What's up, guys? Tyler here, gaming hard, and welcome back to the Dark Souls experience. And I did do one thing off camera, guys. Since the last video, where we ended with the invasion, and then me running back to get my souls, and then me doing a bit of leveling up. Now, I didn't do any leveling up off camera, but what I did do off of camera is I went and I bought the heater shield from the Undead Merchant, which is the smallest shield that blocks 100% of physical damage. And then I just kind of ran around the burg right here in this area and just did a bit of practicing. Trying to get better with my parries and stuff. And basically what I'm showing right here is what exactly I was doing. Exactly what I was doing. Off camera. And that is just running around, getting a bit of practice. And I made a promise to you guys on the last video that you would see my technique improve significantly as this playthrough continues. Now, I recorded all of these particular videos a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just getting around to uploading them now because of problems I had with my video editing software, and I talked about that in the last video, and I'm not going to get back into that stuff as well. So this is just going to be pure gameplay commentary. I'm talking to you. And we're just going to have some fun. You're probably still going to see a little bit of sloppy playing here and there. But I've tightened up things pretty good. Whenever I die, which I will die, here and there, maybe a couple times within this video, we will edit that stuff out. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get headed up this ladder. And also in the last video, I told you guys I would show you guys the Hellkite Dragon and the little soul farming that you can do. Now, this is a really well-known thing, but it was just something that while I was here, I figured I'd touch on. 555 souls, as you guys saw. I ran out on the bridge. The Hellkite Dragon breathed a bunch of fire on the bridge. See, we're going to pop a point into endurance and vitality. These are souls that I've gotten from practicing here in the Undead Burg with my parries and stuff. So as I said, I haven't done any leveling up off camera. And you can see, you guys can just run down to the bonfire, respawn all the hollows on the bridge, run back up, trod back up the stairs, and the Hellkite Dragon will burn up the hollows again, give you another 555 souls, and see, right here I was just actually short of leveling up one more point, or one more level I should say, and popping by the Hellkite Dragon Bridge and picking up an extra 555 souls was enough for me to be able to pop an extra point in strength. Now, on my first playthrough, the very first time I played through Dark Souls, finding out about the Hellkite Dragon and running up there and getting 555 souls and farming souls that way was just invaluable information. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and cover that, just on the off chance that you might be somebody on my channel who's never played Dark Souls before, which I realize the odds of that are pretty slim, but just in case, maybe you got to watch my channel from my GTA 5 videos and are seeing this and are going, hey, maybe I'll give this game a shot, and you start playing it, whatever. That's some good information for you to have. Obviously, now that I'm very familiar with the game, and I really don't need to farm a ton of souls in order to make it early on. Really, the only way that it's really useful for me is situations like that, where I'm just short of leveling up, and I'm right there anyway, and I can just pop up on the bridge, let the dragon burn the hollows, and get the last few extra souls I need in order to go ahead and level up. Yeah. I was gonna use some fire bombs on this boar, but we used them all up when we got invaded earlier. So instead, what we're actually going to do is we are going to kill the boar the way the developers, I believe, intended for low-level characters to take the boar out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a minute. You see, I don't know if you guys couldn't really see it there, but the boar tried to run over and get at me on the stairs, and what wound up happening is he wound up getting in the fire and damaging himself. And that is actually how we are going to take him out, but we are going to need the aid of a little item that's over here that is called the Alluring Skull. And basically, what this item is used for is it attracts... oh shit. It attracts certain types of enemies. And I will show you just how that works right now. First off, let us get some of this good old stuff equipped. And I brought up the Machinima guys and their little Dark Souls dogging videos where they go, Dark Souls, and they make all kinds of fun of the game, and they say the game's a piece of shit, and they talk a lot of shit on the AI. And I brought this up in another video in the past, and really how those videos angered me. And there was a particular part in one of those videos where they were at this point in the game, and the boar got into the fire and died over time because they were kind of luring it over there, and they're like, oh look, the game beat itself, Dark Souls, how stupid. And obviously, what they didn't realize is that's what the fucking developers intended. Obviously, this is a tough enemy for a low-level character. So that's why they put the Alluring Skull item here, is so you can throw it into the fire, and the boar is just, you know, basically a mindless defense. It's obviously here protecting the entrance to the Undead Parish. And the only other place we see the boars in the game is in the Duke's archives. So, yeah, I think that's kind of interesting that you see the boar here. And maybe, is it that Seath the Scaleless has boars down in this area? Because this is, one of his particular favorite hunting grounds for the fair maiden. Is that also, you know, why you, or for maidens in general, members of the Way of the White Covenant, those ladies, he likes to kidnap them, you know? And, you know, obviously you've got the channelers down in here as well. Which, also, you do see the channelers, you see them in the depths also. But mainly in the archives. I don't know, some interesting stuff. You know, are they, the boars maybe, you know, part of the party, along with the channeler? The kidnapping crew come around to snatch up maidens out the Undead Parish, and they don't want any pesky undead heroes interfering. I don't know. Can't say for sure. It's just a theory. Step through the fog here. My hair made it through the fog before I did. So here we've got a boulder knight, and we're gonna try to walk up on him. We're gonna try to walk up on him real quiet like. Fuck, fail. But, you can walk up on him slowly and, get a nice little backstab in. As long as you walk up. As long as you walk up slowly and then very quickly get the backstab in. And, you guys no doubt noticed a bit of a delay there. Me saying as long as you walk up and then it taking a moment for me to finish the sentence. And what that is, guys, we just picked up the Night Shield there, and we're gonna do a little comparison here with our Heater Shield. What that is, guys, is, that is the video breezing up on me, and me having to stop the recording and wait for the video to catch up with itself. And then for some reason, it has like a couple of second delay before I can begin recording again. And this is just part of the workaround that I found to still keep content going up and keep producing content, and it's something that I just have to deal with for the time being. Sorry about slapping my legs there. It probably didn't sound good on the speakers. But as I said, guys, I'm trying, or as I have said in the past, I'm trying to get better at making videos, doing commentary, all those things. But at the same time, I have to deal with the limitations of my video editing software, which whenever I'm recording, and it's seems to be at about exactly every 6 minutes and 30 seconds, the video freezes up on me. I'm looking at the duration of my first audio track on this video, and it was 6 minutes and 29 seconds long, and then, Take 93, my second audio track, was 6 minutes and 31 seconds long, and we are already on the third audio track, which means I've had to stop this video twice. Let it catch up with itself, and then resume recording my narration. And eventually I'll get some better editing software. I'm getting a PS4 on in December this year. And so as I understand it, they're not going to allow you to be able to do commentary over your videos at launch, nor are they going to be able to allow you to share your videos to YouTube. And I think also the videos are limited to like 15 minutes long unless you are live streaming. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on all that stuff. I'll be watching the PS4 launch event later on tonight, and hopefully as these consoles come out over the next couple weeks, we'll have some more concrete information on that stuff. But as of right now, my understanding is the PS4 and its capture features are only going to allow you to capture your last 15 minutes of gameplay, and as of right now, they're only going to allow you to share to Twitch and Facebook for the time being. And I don't even know if I'll be able to actually hook up my Roxio GameCap HD Pro. What a fucking joke of a name, dude. It's so fucking not. It doesn't do anything like a Pro, let me tell you. I don't know if I'll actually be able to hook up that device to the PS4. Anyone who's ever captured videos before, knows that the HDMI output is protected on the PS3. And so, in order to hook up a capture device to the PS3, you have to use the component cables. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've taken that protection, I'm making quote marks in the air with my fingers, if they've taken that protection to the next level, and just, made it to where it's very difficult to hook up a capture device to their system. But we will have to see when the console comes out. Personally, for me, I don't want to say, I don't want it to even sound like a fanboy, but I am a big fan of PlayStation. I will be going with PlayStation for this console generation. The main thing is I've been playing PlayStation since, gosh, I remember being like 12, 13 years old playing Tekken 3, Resident Evil 2, Final Fantasy 7 on my PS1. And, so, how can I not stick with Sony? Once again, I'm talking about all of this stuff that's off topic to distract you guys from my terrible playing. picking up a lot of Titanite shards. That's pretty sweet. That's going to be useful. We're going to get to upgrading this mace. Excuse me. Dang. Too many cigarettes, man. Too many cigarettes. We are eventually going to upgrade this mace to a divine mace. So these Titanite shards will help us in getting this up to +5, and then after we beat the Bell Gargoyles, the plan is probably to go ahead and push on into Darkroot Garden and take care of the Moonlight Butterfly, so we can go ahead and pick up the Divine Ember. No, where we might go after that. Actually, I do know. I know exactly where we'll go after that, but I'll let it be a surprise. Hell yeah, we got the boulder shield. We're getting some drops, man. Take a look at that boulder shield there. It's just too heavy. It's just too heavy for us to do anything with. At this point, anyway. You know, this is going to be a strength and faith build. And I said this in my very first video. Oh no. Oh no. This is a disaster. Fuck, let me out. Oh, we have had some deaths, haven't we? That's alright. Here we are, back. Same spot. But, as I said, this is, going back to what I said. God damn it, I'm just not with it tonight. This is going to be a strength and a faith build, which is two different kinds of builds that are very foreign to me. I went through the original game, and I said this in my first video, with a Dex build, pretty much pure Dex, and he just had Pyromancy as like his backup magic. And you know, the deaths I really don't mind. If I were to start another character at this point, I wouldn't be dying so much, which has made me consider doing another playthrough on this channel, which I might eventually do. And I might even upload another little bit of footage from my other character I have right now. We're going to run down here and talk to Siegmeyer, because I want to try to do all the Siegmeyer events on this playthrough. So let's see what he has to say. He has to say, Oh-ho!
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Why is that funny? So now, from now on...
Still closed. Hmm.
This is all Siegmeyer is going to say. At least that's how he pronounced it. Siegmeyer of Katarina. Let's see if we can knock the gate down for him. Nope. Really, what I wanted to see if I could... Obviously, I know I can't knock the gate down. What I wanted to see if I could get one of those lizards' attention. But yeah, we're gonna try to do all the Siegmeyer events. But it's really weird because, like, if you miss even like the slightest piece of dialogue, in the end, and I don't want to like directly spoil it, but in the end, you won't get the last part of the Siegmeyer event.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Wow. Sorry about that big gap there where you heard nothing. Again, problems with the video editor, but what I was saying is you will not get the final event of the Siegmeyer quest line if you miss any of his dialogue. That means, like, later on when he's in Sin's Fortress, if you go up there and move the ball, and then he goes over and, you know, moves on, and he does show up later in Anor Londo, but you didn't actually talk to him in Sin's Fortress. You need to talk to him, move the ball, or move the ball control, so he can get out of there. And if you do not do those things in that order, you will be able to do all of the other Siegmeyer events, all the other parts of the quest line, but you will not get the final piece of the quest line in Ash Lake, where you actually receive a Titanite slab. And it is one of two ways that you can actually get a guaranteed Titanite slab in your first playthrough. You can get two Titanite slabs, one for beating the Stray Demon, and one for completing the Siegmeyer quest line. Other than that, your only options for trying to get Titanite slabs are farming the Dark Wraiths, or farming Crystal Lizards. Of course, you can't farm them, because once they're dead, but, you know, putting on the covetous Gold Serpent Ring, going through the Great Hollow, and, going after Titanite slabs that way, which is effective most of the time, but every now and then it doesn't work out. So again, guys, I want to say I'm really sorry for the spottiness of this video. I'm not doing the best commentary tonight, and I'm having a lot of issues with my video editor during this video. I'm already up to, this is the sixth audio track. No, this is the fifth. And every single one of them is at 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 29 seconds. 6 minutes and 31 seconds. 6 minutes and 28 seconds. And 6 minutes and 39 seconds. And I actually just figured out why there is a delay before I can begin recording again. We're going to summon someone here. Go ahead and help us out. Make the Bell Gargoyles a bit easier. Originally, my intention here by going human was just to summon Solaire, but then I saw this summon sign and I figured, what the fuck. This is the same summon sign, it just moved over. Oh. Okay. There it is again. Maybe this guy was trying to get summoned by somebody in particular. Oh, this is actually somebody different. But, you know, it's just been taking me so long to get this footage up that I just really didn't care. I just wanted to get the footage up. So, you know, I'm dealing with these problems. And what the fuck? Probably only 10 people will watch this video anyway. Because as I've said in the past, man, it's just difficult. Like, when I very first started my channel, that's all I did was, like, Dark Souls content. Like, my first 30 videos were just Dark Souls boss fights on New Game Plus. And a couple of them were done on New Game Plus Plus. And I just got, like, no views whatsoever. And the thing is that, there's just so many great Let's Play guys out there that are, doing Dark Souls playthroughs. And, it's like, it's a niche game, kind of, but the people who do play it are the types of people who would have a gaming YouTube channel. They're the hardcore gamer, you know, so even though, like, in the grand scheme of things, there's obviously less people playing Dark Souls as opposed to playing a game like, say, what would be a good example? Say like BioShock Infinite. But you probably have more Dark Souls Let's Plays on YouTube than you have BioShock Infinite Let's Plays, just simply because of the type of gamer that typically gets into playing Dark Souls games, you know? Or Souls games in general. But as I've said in the past, I do these videos because I enjoy doing them, and I think it's a good, productive hobby to have, and also just for practice and things like that. And who knows, maybe by the time Dark Souls 2 comes out, you know, here in, what is it, you know, like 4.5 months or whatever, 5 months, maybe by that point, you know, I'll have, like, you know, 50 subscribers, something like that, and, maybe I will have gotten a lot better at making videos at that point, and I'll be making some real quality videos when it comes to Dark Souls 2. Even at that point, I don't think that I could compete with some of the highest caliber YouTubers, but you know, maybe at that point, I will have gotten good enough that my videos are entertaining enough to warrant getting, you know, 5,000 views or something like that. Alright, here we go. Bell Gargoyle time. Let's get it on. And it looks like this dude we summoned already had Fireball, or like Great Fireball. Got the Gargoyle Tail Axe. Hell yeah. Although I doubt we'll use it. But he already had Great Fireball, so he's probably a decent level. Probably. Of course, there is like a range on some of them, so I bet he's probably level 30 or something like that. What gargoyled out? God, I gotta get that Gargoyle Tail Axe deal off the screen. What's preventing me from being able to do that is I'm holding up my shield, but I didn't realize it. And we got the Gargoyle's Halberd too, but I think you actually automatically get that. So let's move on and go and ring the first bell of awakening. I was just looking around those corners because I couldn't remember if I'd ever really taken a look around those corners before. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and just see if there is anything over here that I've missed on other playthroughs. There wasn't anything, of course, but that's an attitude that might service you well in Dark Souls. Just taking a look everywhere you can, because even with, probably, well over 200 hours put into this game, I still learn things all the time. Just like, a couple of weeks ago, I was watching a Epic Name Bro video, and I saw him in the Painted World and get invaded by King Jeremiah and pick up the Xanthos set, and I didn't even know about that shit. I'd seen people in PvP wearing the Xanthos set, and I recognized, the helm of the set as the old monk wears it in Demon Souls, and I was like, where the fuck did they get that? And, finally figured it out, Also, on a playthrough of my new character, I just learned about Maneater Mildred in Blighttown. I'd never seen her before.
I am Oswald of Careem, the Pardon. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? Or to...
Oh!
And thou leavest me.
I actually forgot about this. Yeah, while he was talking, I set down my controller to try to grab a cigarette and did a heavy attack, just nailed him. And I was like, fuck, dude, I have to kill him at this point. He's the guy who does the absolutions. So, how could I unaggro Oswald? Like, I think it's impossible. So, there'll be no absolutions on this playthrough, and no karmic justice miracle. And, yeah, it was kind of weird how this item dropped, but what winds up dropping here is he drops a couple Twin Humanities and the Book of the Guilty. And I was really hoping whenever I saw that he had dropped an item that it was going to be the Karmic Justice Miracle, because now I've missed out on a miracle. And that's unfortunate. Especially because I'm a faith build. But on the flip side of that, it's going to take me into my second playthrough to get all of the miracles anyway, because of the Sunlight Spear miracle. You have to have the soul of the game's final boss in order to get that miracle, you need to offer it up in the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. After you've ranked up to rank 1, which requires you to offer 10 sunlight medals. And since it's going to take us, obviously Oswald will be back in New Game Plus, so I'll get Karmic Justice then. And if I remember correctly, all your sins are absolved when you start your next playthrough, so no big deal. And the more I think about it, I'm really considering uploading some footage of my other character, too, that I've started. He's an intelligence build, but he has like 20 base strength. And I came up here to get Laurtec, but I didn't realize that, I suppose, he just gets out of his cell somehow. Like, if you wait until after you kill the Bell Gargoyles, somehow he gets out of his cell and on his own, so he's still going to pop up in Firelink Shrine. And we will just go ahead and kill him and get the Ring of Favor early on, because I don't know, man, something about like losing Anastasia really irks me. Like, I fucking hate not having that hub, you know, of Firelink Shrine, not having a bonfire there, you know. It's bullshit. Now, I don't think that you can get his armor set, but it's not gonna really matter. I don't think we're gonna use that armor set anyway. In fact, I don't know what armor set we're gonna use for this guy on down the line. I will just have to think about it, because I really just have a hard time bringing myself to put on heavy armor and slow my roll down like that. You know, I understand the idea behind a strength build. You put on this heavy armor, you get your poise up, and you're slow, but you can tank through some hits. And that's just so at odds with my normal playstyle. And every character that I've ever made in any Souls game, be it Dark Souls or Demon Souls, my lowest stat has always been Faith. So you should be able to see now why I've chosen to go with a Strength/Faith build, because it is just two things that I've never really done in a Souls game. I did do an Intelligence build in Demon Souls. Although I don't even think I finished the game with him. But mainly I'm just a Dex build guy, man. That's always been my favorite thing. Once again, back there a second ago when I was talking about that stuff, we had another big delay. And pretty much most of the delays that you hear in this video, where I start talking very slowly and then it becomes spaced out for a long time, That's those transitions. Me having to stop the video and start over. And I know I've bitched about that a lot in this video and kind of over-explained it, but I'll probably stop mentioning that in other videos to come. And I know you drop down over in that area with the chest, so
I will teach.
By going through the elevator, but I don't know what I was doing there. I was just kind of looking around. So I came over here before I headed into Darkroot Garden to look at what miracles Petrus has for sale. And we're just going to go ahead and pick up Force.
Come again. The effect?
And as this video gets toward its end, I'm having to create a new audio track every couple minutes. My last audio track was 18 seconds long.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect
The video's
you to
freezing
make it.
up left and right.
Somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you?
Yep.
You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
It's one of my favorite lines from the game. But it's going to be suicide. This is how he says it. It's awesome. And I brought a bit more souls along with me because I thought I was going to purchase a few more miracles than I actually wound up purchasing. But Petrus's miracles kind of suck. They can be somewhat useful, but he doesn't really have like any damage dealing miracles or anything like that. So we're gonna level strength, level endurance. We're gonna go over and kill Laurtec, or attempt to kill Laurtec, and get the Ring of Favor. And I would go ahead and call it a video. I usually probably won't make videos this long, guys. Seems like the longer the video I make, the more technical issues I have.
I am Knight Laurtec of Karim. We're both undead. So perhaps we can help one another.
Fuck you, I'm not helping you.
If you have none, then stay silent.
Talking to him a few times to see if he'd go ahead and give me that sunlight medal anyway, but he's not going to.
Well, what have we here?
And really, whenever I started this fight, I didn't really think about him and his shuttles and how they pass around my shield.
If this is our fate, so be it.
Oh no! But look, he comes down right after me. So we're gonna run over now and pick up the Ring of Favor and equip it. Boost our HP, boost our equip load, boost our stamina. It's an awesome ring. All of my characters have Rings of Favor on. Reinforce our Estus flask real quick. And we will go ahead and call it a day. As I said, guys, next video isn't going to be so long. More technical issues with making longer videos, it seems. So I apologize about this video. I apologize about the choppiness of it. The next one will be better, I promise. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. As always, have a good one. Keep on gaming hard.